Start chopping, but first things first, we had a cow step on the machine and broke it.
Be careful what you say, there's a camera over there.
Yeah, that's right, there's a camera. We got part of the crew here.
What are we doing? Getting ready.
Getting ready. Checking tires.
Now your head don't fit on a tractor.
No. Morning everybody, watching Echowood Holsteins YouTube channel. We are ready to roll with corn silage. It's supposed to be starting this morning. We're supposed to be starting this morning at 8 o'clock. And Jaron came to get the Steiger ready and the battery's dead. So we're gonna put this booster pack on here. And this thing works really good. Go ahead and hook it up here. Let's see. You just hook it up and it's usually plenty to start this tractor. So we got 550 more acres of corn to chop. We had chopped this already that we bought, and now we got to fill the rest of the pile up, and it is pretty good corn. But this whole area out here is going to get filled with corn silage. And so yeah, Steve's feeding here. I'm giving sync shots. I got my belt on here, and it's Saturday morning, and we're just getting ready to roll. So why don't you go in there and try starting that tractor? You got hook. Positive. Okay, go ahead and go try it. See what it does. Yeah, 12 volts. Was dead. Still dead, I think. Oh no, he's doing it properly. Oh. Okay, hang on. Try that. We got her. Probably check to make sure that the flashers are working this morning. Sometimes they like to go out randomly. Oh, look at that. One is only working. Sometimes it'll do magic tricks for you. Could be the plug up here. If it's not that, it's probably the light. We have an extra one somewhere. I have to find it. Oh, look at that. What's the light? That's good to have fixed. Got the first load in here, and we're just checking the quality of the chop. And if you look at these kernels, you see these whole kernels? You do not want to see that. Some of these aren't even nicked. So I called the chopper operator, and he said, yeah, it was wide open. He's cranking it down. So what the goal is to have all the corn unrecognizable. You don't even want to see a kernel. You just want it to be blown right apart. So we'll see what happens when he comes in with the next load. And we'll keep changing it until we get it right. Right, Jaron?
Yeah.
So here's rigging the 235, second load of the year. push that up. The goal is to try to match that face there. It's hard to see because of my dirty window, but we're trying to match that angle of the other one and stick it all the way out over to the haylage. So a lot of days going to be cracking.
So we adjusted the kernel processing, and if you look now, you don't see any whole kernels. See, this is a kernel, this is just a little piece. It's blowing them all apart. And the reason you want that is because when it goes in the cow's stomach, it's more readily available. They don't have to chew that whole little piece up, because a lot of them won't get chewed up. They'll pass right through the cow. They're too hard. And then you don't get any use out of it. It's basically wasted. If they don't get inside, if they can't digest the inside of that kernel, and you see it in the manure, it's useless. It did nothing for them. Where you break it up and the energy is more readily available. It's just faster. It doesn't stay in the stomach long enough to be able to break down that whole kernel of corn. So that's why we do that. That's why we want it smashed. Corn silage, that's your number one thing you're after, is that starch and energy from that kernel. So we got to make sure that the cows can use it, and it's available to them, readily available.
All right, guys, it's the afternoon now. Grandpa, New Holland, just switched fields, so the pile is nice and packed. No problem getting up there. Well, we lost momentum. Big problem. If he would have kept going, he for sure would have made it, because he was making it no problem before. So, no big deal. We'll just unload and be good to go. Hey guys, it is 8 o'clock at night. Still chopping here. 3:15 coming in. Pile's getting a lot bigger for sure. Nate in the first tile again. Doing good. So, a lot of loads coming in, that's for sure. Holy cow, feels like I'm in a tornado right now. Wind is whipping like crazy. Look at that. You don't see that every day in Wisconsin. Look at the trees. Hard to see, but man, every now and again, just all the corn husks and loose stuff will fly all around the cab, and crazy. I don't know what's going on. Super windy up here. Morning, everybody. So this morning, just got the Steiger and 315 fired up. We get going chopping within the hour. It is 50 degrees outside, and it's first week of October. So, well, first weekend of October. It's the 6th or something close to that. But 315 looks like a sun when you look at it. It's so bright. Can't believe it. But I'm gonna fill up these tractors, get them ready, so when people show up, they can just head out to the field. Well, as you guys saw on the drone shot there, chopper head broke across the road, but not quite sure what's going on over there. But I gotta do a few things yet, get ready and push up a few loads that are at the pile, so gotta get rolling.
We are chopping, but We've had our share of issues this morning, or today already. They blew a processing belt on the processor on the chopper. Took a couple hours to fix. So we had the tractor shut down. Then we went to start the tractors back up, and the red Versy wouldn't start. We hear the starter's out, we think, pretty sure. We got it out. Craig went to Abbotsford to get a new one. So we're hoping to be going with that before too long, but good thing is we got enough. We can keep up with 3 right now anyhow. So it's not like we have to have it, but we need to get it fixed. Because we got corn that's further away that we will need it.
3:15 coming in, day 2 now. Sunday morning, just packing, pushing, chopping. So, chopper had a little issue this morning with a wire on the head. Got that fixed, so we're rolling again.
We're on the second day of corn chopping. It's going pretty good. Yields aren't that great. They're chopping right here now. What else? Oh, we are planting cover crops. Right up there is a 7230 and our Great Plains no-chill drill. It's nice and dry. We put some drain tile in here this spring, and it's really rough right now, so we need to go get the disc and level that off. So that's the plan here. I didn't realize that when I brought the drill down, but that's what we need to do. See how rough that is? Really rough. Taking hitchhikers?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
Well, it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon now. Pile is getting real big. Pretty big anyways. I'm gonna start making it longer now. It's getting real steep. So, yeah. Basically, just as you get out a little bit further, make it go a little bit higher. Soon it'll be right up and hopefully be higher than that pile right in front of me. So, see how she goes. So 315 just pulled in. Dumping. We're filling in this corner now, which was a big drop off today, so we're getting her filled in. Sounds like Dad was out putting in cover crop, but same thing going on here. Same thing every time. Hey guys, still going today, 3rd day. Well, 5 o'clock now. Pile really getting quite a bit bigger. Noticeably bigger anyways.
It'll be the 3rd day of chopping corn, and we're trying to seed down winter rye, and it's not, the fields are too rough, so we got to go through and fix up this spring's mishaps. Well, not really mishaps, but it was just wet when Jaron was putting nitrogen on. We drain tiled some field, and we're gonna take the disc and the field cultivator, and we're gonna go down to this 70-acre field and clean it up so we can seed this winter rye without all the ruts in it. Fix them first. So, yep, it's a nice morning. Right across the road from the farm right now. Just getting things hooked up. That didn't work out. That didn't work out at all. We got a flat tire on this disc. Start cruising down the road and all of a sudden it's wobbling everywhere. Yep, you can see it there. Always something. Gee.
switch these 2 tires here. Because them are the road tires, the ones that So we're filling in this in between the 2 piles here. This will be all filled in. So it's kind of taking shape of how big it's going to be. It's going to be all that, and then another 10 feet on the other side, the whole way across. And then that back corner will be all filled in, and hopefully the rest of it's concrete. So it should be quite a monster pile. Plan is to go higher than that corner right there, so all of it can drain down. But yeah, a little sketchy up here, dumping this high. But if you keep it flat, it should be fine. So
Too common of a sight right here this year. This pitiful corn. We don't have a lot of pitiful corn, but we got enough. I sure am happy that we bought some corn off the field and chopped it a couple weeks ago, because now that we're into ours, the yield is not there like we need. So that was a good thing. I didn't know if we needed it or not when we were chopping it, but I sure am happy we chopped it. Good day. It is 3rd day of chopping, I think. Fourth day of chopping, actually. It's Tuesday. So it's going kind of slow because the corn's not very good. We're doing a bunch of little fields here. The pile is definitely not going to be what it normally is. I'm really happy that we got this corn over here bought and that we have that sorghum planted, because I don't want to have to sell cows or buy super expensive feed in the spring because we didn't put up enough corn silage. So I think that was a good thing. I didn't know if it was a good thing when we were putting it in, but we're probably going to have about 70 acres that's pretty green that we aren't going to be able to chop this round. We'll see. We got some that's too dry, and we've been going back to them wet fields and taking a few loads after we chop some of that dry stuff to kind of mix it in the pile, and hopefully it works out pretty good in thin layers, you know, like maybe 6 inches of wet. And yeah, so we should be done chopping probably tomorrow besides the wet stuff. So we'll see how that goes. Maybe we won't be quite done tomorrow, but it'll be close. I think we will be. So yeah, just Jaren's in school today. So Clint and I are packing here. Clint's in the Versatile and the roller down there, coming up the hill. Doing an awesome job. Packing it tight. But you can't ask for better weather for fall harvest, that's for sure. Been like this for a month. And it can stay like this for another month as far as I'm concerned. Clint's waving at me. What else is happening? So we got to get this, once we get the corn done, we'll probably get our pit empty and go help Greg get his pit empty. And then we'll be, I really don't want to uncover this pile and do this last 70 acres of corn silage. I just want to get it all done now, because usually is what happens. It's like it's too wet, so you wait, and then by the time you get it, usually it's too dry. So it's like one way or the other. So I don't know. We'll see what happens, how the rest of our corn is that we're chopping, and make a decision on the fly, I guess, because like I say, we're chopping some of it right now. Opened one of those fields earlier and got 6-8 loads. Opening one now, have a few more loads, and then we're going to go to another field. If that field's dry, then we'll probably go back and try to get a few more loads of the wet and keep doing that. So it kind of depends on what the rest of the corn's like, whether we get done with all of it now, or if it's gonna have to wait. Because if we had a frost last night, we did have a frost. You can see that field over there. It's definitely got nipped. I don't know if it's dead or not. If it's dead, you aren't gonna gain any starch anyhow by waiting. Because it's not gonna physiology, I can't even say it. Physiology, I'm gonna give up. It's not gonna mature naturally. It's going to mature because it's dead. So it's gonna dry down. Physiology, I can't say it. Yeah. So anyhow, if the frost killed it, we might as well chop it if we can blend it in without it being too wet, because it's not going to get any better. That's what I'm trying to say. If it dries down naturally, the corn kernels that are milky and watery, juicy, will turn to starch. They'll turn harder, and that's what you're after in the corn, is starch and energy. So right now it's more of a sugar. It's got energy, but you'll gain more if it didn't freeze if you wait. That's what I'm trying to say. Top of the pile, and Jaron's packing it. There was a big hole right here, and we had to fill it in, otherwise the water would sit there. It would penetrate, be like a hole, then we'd have spoiled feed. So he's just packing it down now. Listen to her bark. Might be a baby steiger, but it still sounds nice. Really throaty. See, there's a spot of mold right here. It was on top of the old feed. Just gonna throw that out of there. Yeah, where am I gonna put it? Rotten feed in one spot. I'm gonna take the loader up here and a fork and fork that stuff off. So it's like a foot or so thick. The plastic was pushed back up here this summer, and that's what rain will do to the feed. Turns it black and skunky and turns it into a bunch of crap.